by a reindeer. Walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
Do you believe?
I don't believe that song is still allowed to be played.
What's that? Say it again.
I don't believe that song is still allowed to be played.
What do you mean?
Now. Come on now.
Oh, that's a great song. I love that song. Doesn't anybody else watching the show love that song? I mean, we're gonna have to do some sort of poll, because I think that's probably one of my favorite songs. That one and Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh my gosh. You're just causing trouble.
Oh, I'm stirring the pot, hey? I'm stirring the pot. We don't usually try to stir the pot on this show. We usually just keep it pretty like
even keel.
Let's not get too controversial. So anyway,
look,
good morning.
I want to show you. Good morning. I've got my new shirt from Primal
That's from
Soul.
Primal Soul.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, we had that Primal Soul and Bobby on last week for the show. And
and I'm just gonna make a comment. This show is one size fits all, and heck yeah, it might actually be.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, how are shirts one size fits all? But I don't know.
Well, good morning. Let's say good morning. Yeah, Carrie, way to stir it up. Yeah, yeah. That I'm sure I'll play, because I love that song too. As a classic song, just as a song. And this is one thing I've always said about music. I'm obviously really into music, being a DJ and being in the music industry. But lyrics to music for my entire life has just acted as another instrument in the song. A lot of songs I don't even remember what the lyrics are. Mm-hmm. And they just act as another instrument. And so I never really paid a lot of attention to the lyrics of songs, but yeah, you know what? Every once in a while, it's nice to get a little bit of banter and debate going on whether, Baby It's Cold Outside is an appropriate song to be playing. But if I had my choice, I'd be playing it on every show now that it's coming Christmas. So we have somebody else here saying good morning. Not sure who it is, but we'll find out when we look at the Facebook page who that is. So thank you very much for joining us here this morning, guys. It's Good Morning Nanton Live. Of course, we've got our boss lady there, Amanda, my wife, myself as the DJ, the host, the producer. And then we also have in the background, and in a different location today, live on a different location, we have Michael Sherman, who's taking care of the background stuff. So he's taking care of the...
Good morning, gang. Good morning.
Yeah. So we'll call you technical producer.
Tech producer.
Tech producer. So you take care of the slides.
You're not fooling anybody here, okay?
So
I'm you got a slide man.
You got a different location there. You're not at the house anymore. You've moved up in the show. Hey.
Well, I'm in a house. I'm in my house, not your house.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you moved up location.
We're adhering to guidelines.
Yeah,
right?
that's another controversial topic. Boy, this is a controversial show today.
What's the controversial talk there?
I'm fine.
Guidelines?
Everything's fine.
It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. No, Amanda was just saying that we're adhering to the government guidelines. The government, yeah. So
You're
making
right,
sure that everybody's staying safe. So Amanda lives in the house, and Michael lives at his house and is working from his house today. And I've been
Dave lives in
designated to the studio. So I live in the studio now. So we're all completely separated. So our anonymous Facebook user.
Oh, I know who it is. It's Jody Shaw. Good morning, Jody.
Oh, is it Jody?
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you know that?
I snuck on Facebook and looked.
Oh, did you? Okay. So Jody says, I'm assuming this is Jody. We love both of those Christmas songs. I love them too. So see, she does love Grandma was run over by a reindeer, so there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, yeah, it's coming Christmas, so I think we are safe. We're in the safe zone now to start talking about Christmas stuff. So who do we have on the show today? We're going to be talking to Jennifer Holden, who's going to be coming up here pretty quick. She's going to talk to us about what she does and maybe some possible Christmas gifts, some ideas for people. Mm-hmm. And then we also have Peter Anderson with the First Nanton Scouts, and I think they have something that's Christmas related that's going to be coming up. And then we have Becky Scott, who's going to be coming on the show. So everybody stay tuned. And the other thing that we've got coming up on the show is we're going to try again. Oh, look at this. Nathan, classics both. Of course they're classics. Nathan's my best friend. So we are also going to be attempting, because we attempted last week to play our mystery door surprise game. with prizes that are sponsored and brought to us by Market on Main. So thank you very much to Gary and his wife at Market on Main. So we tried to play that last week, and we ended up having Rhonda in her car on her phone, and then she got like frozen halfway through the game, and so I had to finish the game for her. So we'll keep one of the guests on just in case it happens again, and then one of the guests can finish the game off for us. So we'll do that this week. See, you live and learn, right? You learn.
Yeah, that's right.
So we also have a thank you to Lorraine, who's become our photographer for the show. So Lorraine, thank you very much for the pictures that have been taken to display everything that's happening in Nanton here. And that's what we're here for, to help inform Nanton of events, of companies, of services that are in Nanton. And your dad just popped on saying he's late. He was thinking it was Friday, but he's retired, so it doesn't really matter, right? So Friday is Saturday, Saturday is Tuesday. It doesn't matter. So thanks a lot, Gary, for joining us.
I'll just start sending you a reminder text, I think, Dad, just so you know.
So before we get out to our first guest, there is one thing I wanted to show everybody. If you've watched the show here in the past little bit, you know that I like to talk movies quite a bit, especially with like seasonal movies. So, you know, when we were doing Halloween, I wanted to kind of come up with a top 10 list for Halloween movies. And we were talking about doing a top 10 list for Christmas movies as well. And let's just see, somebody else is here saying good morning. So good morning to you. Are you going to pop on there again and say, find out who that is, Amanda? Amanda's in charge now of finding out who all the people are who are anonymous. Cheryl Hasty. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Cheryl. So we're just talking about movies here again. And I want to come up with a top 10 list of Christmas movies. I think we've got some of our favorites that we played trailers of earlier, but I just actually found another Christmas movie that I'd like to suggest for everybody to watch this Christmas. So take a look at this, and hopefully everybody will get a chance to watch Santa Claus Conquers.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Santa sets up a fantastic automatic toy factory on Mars. The Martian leader battles the wicked Voldar in a desperate effort to save Santa, the wise man of Mars. 900 years old. The Battle of the Toys, when Martian kids and Earth kids join Santa to battle the bad guys of Mars. For real space-age fun, you'll be out of this world when Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
What do you think of that?
I've never seen that before. What the heck? Michael, have you ever seen that movie?
No. I
Where
think
did you find that?
You don't think that's going to make it to the top of the list?
Of like favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, that's going to be the new classic for everybody.
So that's
could
the
be.
movie. That's the
It
movie
could
you watch
be. It's
in
really,
between.
it's really camp.
Yeah.
You know,
After-
camp
after
classic
Halloween.
Christmas.
Yeah. After Halloween, before the Christmas, that's the movie you should watch, I guess, right?
So somebody's saying, no, that's just wrong. What are you talking about? Then Rhonda. Love Rhonda. It must be really
Right?
old. And your dad. What are you talking? Oh, I thought your dad would love this one for sure. Everybody's saying no. You don't like my Christmas movie choices here. What's going on? Nobody seemed to understand, or everybody looked a little bit kind of dumbfounded when I showed them the Christmas Story as well. They're going back going, I don't know if that does. I don't know about that.
So you're just trying to see where people's tastes lie.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, because we're new to Nanton, right? So
yeah.
Nathan, all I can say is wow. You guys, it's a joke. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Come on.
Where's my just jokes thing?
No, where's just jokes? You got to be ready with the button there.
It's on the other one.
Okay, you guys. Well, we're having fun here. We're having fun like usual. So let's get to some information for Nanton. and find out what is coming up here as far as ideas for Christmas gifts. We have a guest that's joining us here this morning. So, Michael, say goodbye to everybody for the time being here. I'm going to pop you off. Amanda, do you want to stay on with me? You should stay on with me. Yeah, you should stay on because we've got a guest, Jennifer Holden, who's joining us. So, Jennifer, I'm going to pop you on right now. Look at that. Look at that. So, Jennifer, you are, we always like to get to know the guests a little bit on a personal level as well. I don't know if you've ever heard our story. We could tell you someday about our move to Nanton, why and when and all that kind of stuff. I think most people who watch the show know now what our background is, but tell us your background. We want to know what your tie is to Nanton.
7 grandchildren in the area.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I moved 5 hours away down to Nanton in July, and
Good for you.
to be closer to grandchildren.
Nice.
So you're newer to Nanton than we are. We moved last year. So you said July you moved here.
Yes, yeah, and
Wow. And
during COVID, it's kind of hard to really get to know people, but in passing, everybody's been lovely.
well, this is a kind of why we do this show. You know, people bring up points like that, and I love to point out that this is exactly the purpose for this show. This so people can get to know you, and this is a great way for people to get to know you. So, you know, as long as everybody's sharing this in Nanton, then we'll get to know you very, very quickly. And we're going to show some of your products here in a second and find out about your business and what you do. And yeah, then they can contact you, and they're looking for some Christmas gift ideas. So,
Sure.
so why don't we go into that? So, well, actually, I was going to ask you, where did you move from?
West of Edmonton I had lakefront property on a fishing lake. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
So, do you still have the property? Do you still go over there?
Oh, no.
No.
But I get to see grandchildren faces instead of the lake. So that's
Yeah.
a
So
good
it's
trade-off.
a good trade-off then, right? Good trade-off.
Yeah.
So somebody, look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about. Somebody in Facebook land.
So I left behind about 34 students, sewing students from my previous sewing studio.
Wow.
And because of COVID, I think there's a little bit of a fear in taking lessons, sewing lessons.
Yeah.
But I do commission orders as well. Like in the background there, you see some stockings hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I had done that pattern in a different style. And it was requested by a store. They wanted to sell it, but it didn't make it out of my studio. So,
Well, let's go. Let's have Michael bring up the first slide there so that we can see your what your business name is. So, Michael, head over to the first slide, and we're going to bring that up. So, Howl Sewing Designs. So, this is your logo here.
yes.
Okay, cool. So tell us about the business then. Let's find out all about this business. When did you start doing this? So it's
It's
Go
so
ahead.
many years ago. I can't remember. So many years ago. I was doing this while I was raising children, as well as now focusing on it 100%. But the main part about my sewing is teaching more than just needle and thread. It's confidence, it's patience, it's creativity. There's lots of stories behind every project that every student has done. And that's what makes sewing really special, is what it brings out in a person's creativity and their relationship to others. So yeah, those two little girls, those are sisters holding pillowcases. Pillowcases are an awesome way to learn how to sew and to quilt at the same time on a smaller scale. And then the little Christmas stocking is a great idea for kids to make, super easy and great for giving away to a teacher or a close friend, just stuffing it with oranges and candies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, little dogs, little pets need to have their own stockings. I do different styles for different age groups. On the cat picture, that is a multiple learning lesson in many areas of sewing, but it's mainly fun for everybody and anybody who wants to make it into a bed-sized quilt. And the little owls and the monkey, they're filled with rice or wheat so they can be heated up in the microwave. But they're good for sensory kits, for just handling and playing around with.
Very cool. So I also want to make mention to everybody who's watching the show right now, stay tuned because very soon, we're going to be giving a prize away. We won't tell them what that prize is yet. So Jennifer, let's keep that as a bit of a secret.
Yeah.
But you do have a prize that you're going to give away to any of the viewers that are on right now. All you have to do to win the prize is, well, there's a couple of different ways. So we've got like a primary way and our backup ways that people win prizes. So we are actually going to be playing Mystery Door Surprise today. So what I like to do is I'd like to be able to offer your prize for somebody who plays that game, Mystery Door Surprise. So I will be sending the link out on the Facebook pages in the comments section, and then the first person to jump into the show here will be able to play the game. We tried it last week. It worked with Rhonda. We're going to try it again. I want to see if we can give it away that way. If not, we're just going to pick somebody who's been commenting or asking questions during the show. And if anybody has any questions for Jennifer, feel free to pop your question in the comments, and we'll make sure that she gets those questions so that she can answer them. And I was going to bring this up as well. Here, let's
I'm
move
not
this.
skilled in clothing repairs or making clothing for people.
You are or you're not?
No, I'm not
okay.
in that area. No.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah. And this is the kind of information we want to get out to people. So thank you very much for that. So yeah, you were talking about the pillowcases and the commission orders and the sewing lesson projects. Why don't we talk a little bit about that too?
Well, right now I'm doing a commission order for a client in Okotoks for her daughter, and it's a Harry Potter robe. So it's something that's really important to her, and at this moment in her life, she needs to have that item. So that's lots of fun. She comes for fittings, and we've got her initial on the cloak and her Slytherin label. She doesn't know that I've added a couple surprises, like a pocket for a wand.
Oh, cool.
And a little bag for keeping her jelly beans in. This picture right now that's got the Christmas sled with the tree in it, that is actually a pillowcase. And this is my most favorite project because it just goes into multiple forms of gift giving. So anybody that's in a hospital for some reason, or home recovering, or for a birthday party or an anniversary, I pop a new pillow inside, tie a bow at the top, and give it to the person, and it's so unique. In the hospital, they're used to getting flowers and food they can't eat, but yet the pillow is forever used for recovery. Taking a pillow to a birthday party, nobody does that. Nobody does something like that. And then those people who are traveling or moving away as a keepsake, just folded pillowcases for them to use when they are traveling, reminds them of home, or the memories of being in one location and moving to another. So I love the pillowcase. The jacket is a quilt made from a quilt, and I've had numerous commission orders of people giving me their actual family quilts that I found in closets and boxes, and I turn them into jackets so that they are great for wearing in the morning when you get out of bed and you don't want to be out of bed. You feel like you're still wearing your blankets.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think this is great for some Christmas ideas.
Yeah.
And because we are getting to Christmas here. So I hope that people will
go back a little bit. One more.
We also have a question here from Rhonda. She wants to ask, curious if you teach adult lessons to learn skills beyond the basics.
I sure do, Rhonda. I have taught children from the age of 6 up to 85. I even had a grandpa that was taking a lesson on making a duvet cover for his granddaughter's bed. So yes, I teach all ages, all skill levels, and a wide variety of items.
That's great. So I'm sorry, Amanda, that I had to cover your face. I apologize. I didn't, you know what? I didn't know that you could do this. Look at this. I can
move us all around.
I can move us all around there. I didn't even know I could do that. So
it's like the Brady
something new.
Bunch.
So, and really, like Jennifer, you should be on the top there. So you're a guest. So
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So I hear there's some, sorry to interrupt. What were you saying?
Do you want me to talk about these two quilts now?
Oh yeah, I was just going to ask you. I heard there's some stories about these. So do you want to tell some stories?
The one on the right that's in the brown colors, that was done by a high school student that had only taken lessons for a year. She came to me one lesson and said, I really want to learn how to make a quilt for my dad. He was a soldier in the recent war and came home with some injuries and some emotional issues, and he's in and out of the hospital all the time. So she chose this wilderness and wild animal pattern and images for her dad, and we strategically placed those two bears having a headbutting contest. When she gave it to her dad, he was just in tears. He was so first of all, surprised that she could create a quilt at her age of 15.
Oh, yeah.
And then that she did it for him, and that was a selfless gift. The quilt on the left is, you can see the student there. She used to do gymnastics, and her body is aging faster than most people. And so she's kind of crippled now, but she wanted to have a good memory of her years of doing gymnastics. So she brought all of her body suits, and we cut them up and sewed them back together again in this quilt.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's we just had a question from Carrie. Can you take a baby sleeper and make a teddy bear?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I've received green garbage bags full of clothing from people who have relatives who have passed on, and they said, can you recreate something with these? And when they come back to pick up their quilt, they're in tears because for some reason I was able to create it in a manner that was expressing that person's personality. I do have one story to tell you about this guy who collects concert t-shirts. And bins and bins of concert t-shirts. And he had a hard time parting with them for me to make them into a quilt. And he was one of these tough motorcycle kind of guys, just, not willing to show any emotion. And his wife was just winking at me all the time. Anyhow, I received the bags of t-shirts and created this quilt, and this fellow came to pick it up, and he couldn't stop crying. He was so taken by this quilt. He said, this is exactly what I was hoping it to be. And I thought, well, good. All right. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That is great. Are you sure I can't convince you to get into repairing clothes and stuff? Because every time I get a little rip in the shoulder or something like that, even if it's on the seam, I just throw the shirt out because I'm scared of needles.
Now we can make it into a pillow.
Yes.
And then your favorite shirt will now be your favorite pillow.
Well, and we take sweaters and turn them into mittens or slipper boots. It's just teaching kids how to appreciate what's within their own home instead of having to go out and buy brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, Michael, do me a favor. Let's head over to the prize there, because I do want to talk about the prize that we're going to be giving away and how we're going to give it away, so everybody who's watching can see. So if we can't do the prize because our slides just popped off. Oh,
Pam says she's crying at work.
Oh, Pam.
Sorry, Pam.
Yeah. Do we have the I'm so sorry, Pam?
I don't think
so. So our slides just disappeared for a second. So, Michael, if you want to pop let me just bring Michael in. Michael,
yeah,
those slides popped off, so you just want to bring those back in, because I definitely want to talk about this prize. But I can have Jennifer talk about the prize while you're bringing that in, okay? So,
Sure.
Jennifer, let's talk about what that prize is that you want to give away today.
Well, my lessons are usually an hour long, and I charge $20 per lesson. So I was wanting to give a gift of 1 hour free lesson for a person who comes or refers another person for a sewing lesson.
Awesome. Okay, great. So we are going to give that prize away. And Lorraine, she actually helps us with the photography for our show. So whenever we need pictures taken, Lorraine helps us out. And she wanted to say amazing welcome to Nanton. So
Thank
Jennifer, you got a lot of people on here that are now getting to know you and welcoming you to our beautiful little town. And yeah, Amanda and Harry. So just really quickly, Amanda and I moved here last year, 2019. Before we knew there was a pandemic coming,
Yeah.
we decided we needed to get out of Calgary, kind of take it easy a little bit more, find some new opportunities, and become part of a community that we actually felt like we were contributing in a positive way. And we've kind of, I think we've kind of found our niche here. And yeah, this is what we're doing now. And so we're trying to help out everybody else like yourself to get the word out in the community.
Thank you.
No problem. So I'm going to let you go. And if you want to keep watching, because we are going to give that prize away that you have.
Okay.
To some lucky winners. So have a great day. Unless there's anything else, I don't want to cut you off here.
Could I have that picture of the horse put up?
We can as soon as we get the slides put back up there. Michael's working on it, so he's working on it.
I can pop it up. I can pop it up.
You can pop it up. Okay, so Amanda's going to work on popping that up. And while you're working on popping that up, I'm just going to remind everybody who's watching, the way we are going to give these prizes away today is we are going to ask everybody to jump on and play a game that we just created called Mystery Door Surprise. So we're going to try that again today. We tried it last week for the first time, having just a viewer pop on here and play the game with us. And it seemed to work pretty well until Rhonda's phone froze, and then I had to finish the game for her. But we're going to try it again today, and that's how you're going to be able to win this prize. So here we go. We have the horse up there. So go ahead and let us know what did you want to say about the horse?
Well, the horse was created by a student of mine that had been coming for about 3 years, and she could cut and sew fabric together with her eyes closed. So I wanted to challenge her, and I asked her to draw on a piece of paper an image of something that she loves. And it turned out to be a horse. So I taught her how to change that image from a paper form to a fabric form, and taught her the technique on how to put fabric on fabric. And this is her creation using little slivers of fabric, cut fabric, and tweezers, placing each sliver of fabric in place and then sewing it down. And I just was so impressed with her creativity. And this is what I mean by what I said earlier, that I love seeing people find their creativity. And this is an example. And this student was 13 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
13. So if a 13-year-old can learn that technique and create that, there's no stopping anybody.
Wow. That's amazing.
Awesome.
It's really exciting. Thank you so much for having me on your
Thanks,
show.
Jennifer.
I really appreciate it. And nice meeting you and everybody else in Nanton. Hello, and have a good day.
Thanks,
Thank
Jennifer.
you so much,
too.
Jennifer. Have a
Nice
great
to meet
day.
you.
Talk to you later. Wow, that's great. That's awesome. So this is the prize that we were talking about. So we've got the first 1 hour lesson is free for a client or referral, values $20. So yes, we want to make sure we give that away today. And we had Carrie just say, we're so lucky to have you guys here.
Oh.
So that's so nice.
Now
Yeah.
I'm crying at work.
Now, don't make us cry at work too. So Pam's already crying at work, and now we're going to start crying at work too. So yeah, we want to thank everybody, of course, who's tuned in. And just remember, we are going to post that link for the show here so you can play the game shortly. But we want to make sure that we don't fill up the studio because we have guests that still need to come on. Oh, actually, you know what? We have all our guests on. We have all our guests on right now. So I think what I'm going to do is, and you can pop your computer off there, is I'm going to go to the Facebook pages now. and I'm going to post the link to our show here so that you guys can pop in. First person to pop in, and it may say it's full, but we're going to try this, okay? So I have just posted the link now on each of the pages that we broadcast to, and I'm just doing the final one. Okay, so in the comments section where you make your comments, I just posted the link. So if you want to play the game with us and you want to win some of these prizes, then just go to the link, pop in here, and we will get you on the show. So yeah, we are in the middle of our Christmas kind of special, leading up to Christmas. And we got some really cool things that are happening that we want to share with everybody. So I'm going to bring those up right now because Operation Giving in Nanton is going to be starting here right away. We're just getting everything ready and prepared. So I want to make sure everybody knows what's happening with this. Operation Giving in Nanton is an opportunity for everybody to tune into our show and be able to hand Santa, as we drive around Nanton with Santa, give Santa a letter. These letters are going to be at businesses, various businesses in town, starting next week. We are not going to be listing any of the gifts yet because we don't know exactly what all the gifts are going to be. But once we do have that solidified, we'll let everybody know that they can pick up their letter from the participating businesses starting next week. And then the kids can fill out the letter. And then on December 19th, when we're doing Good Morning Nanton Live, the kids can come out and give their letter to Santa, and they get to select whatever gifts they want to give to maybe mom or dad or aunt or uncle or somebody that they care about, and write a little letter for them. And then on Good Morning Nanton Live, December 19th, we are going to be going around town, and the kids can hand the letter to Santa, and then we will make sure that we get the prizes. It's going to be selected which prizes are going to go to which people. So the announcement for the prizes that are going to be selected for the people are going to be announced on the virtual Christmas dance party the same day that night. So we're going to do Good Morning Nanton in the morning, pick up the letters, and then we are going to announce which prizes are going to be given to which people based on those letters on Saturday night between 7 and 9 when we do our virtual Christmas dance party. Did that all make sense?
I wasn't listening.
You're off watching your own thing.
No, I did want to mention that the prizes are being donated by the Emergency COVID Community. COVID Emergency Connections. Yeah, Emergency
Nanton COVID Connections. And we also have Chinook Financial that's sponsoring this as well.
Yeah, so when Santa's going around, we're going to do it kind of like what we did at Halloween. But Santa's going to be giving out little goodie bags for kids. And then we'll be receiving the letters, and the gifts are for the adults. They are great gifts.
Yeah.
We've talked to a couple people so far, Primal Soul, The Hive, GCS, UFA. They've got some really, really great stuff that they are, offering. So,
yeah, we're going to finalize that list of participating businesses this week, and this coming week, and get the letters over to the businesses so people can start picking them up. So we will let you know. We'll probably have somebody on the show next week to promote it even more because it's going to be officially rolling by next week, next weekend's show. So anyway, so speaking, of course, of Christmas and what we're doing for Christmas, we need to find out what's happening with Christmas trees in the area, which means that Peter is getting all ready to come on right now. So we're going to pop him on the show here. So Peter Anderson from First Nanton Scouts. We have never talked about the Scouts on this show. Can you believe it? How long? We've been doing this show for a long time. We've never talked about the Scouts. So let's find out, before we talk about the Christmas trees, what's been going on with the Scouts for the last year here?
The last year has been an interesting one with COVID and everything. A lot of unfortunate events that we had going on got kiboshed. Last year, I myself mostly deal with the Beavers. Last year we had a overnight camp booked for over at the Royal Tyrrell Museum, but that was back in March, and we all know what happened in March. So unfortunately, so far this year, we haven't had a whole lot going on when it comes to the Beavers. We have done some events for the Cubs and Scouts. They did a bike hike. They tried to make it up to a plane crash down by Crow's Nest Pass down there. Didn't quite make it all the way up there. It was a pretty tough hike, and we're running out of time. We've also done a couple other events where they learned how to build some fires and that sort of stuff down at the Nanton campground, and also did some hiking through some caves out by Williams Coulee there. So it's been an odd year. Unfortunately, when it came to the Beavers and Scouts Canada, the problems that they put on us was we weren't allowed to use any of Scouts Canada's buildings, which meant everything would have to be done outside. And when you're talking 5, 6, and 7-year-olds outside this time of year can be a little dicey. So regular meetings have kind of been kiboshed. So we're kind of in when it comes to the Beavers, kind of in a holding pattern as to what's going to be happening. We are talking about trying to do some virtual stuff where we can show the kids online how to do some different activities and events and that sort of stuff, and they can start learning some of the things that we want to teach out of Nanton Scouts.
Wow. I would think one of the things that comes to my mind in a situation like this, seeing the mandate of the Scouts and the Beavers and what they stand for, is this right now is a great time to be teaching them something about real life. What can happen in our real lives.
Yeah, and it's rather unfortunate that we've kind of almost been handcuffed with some of the stuff that we could do, especially this time of year. Previous years for the Beavers, what we've done, which I think has really put big smiles up on people's faces, is last 3 years we did caroling in and around the Scout halls.
Mm-hmm.
And just the comments that we get on our Facebook page, and also just the big smiles, because carolers don't go around anymore. So it was a big surprise for a lot of people. We also would do some crafts with the seniors at the Silver Willow Lodge, and just to see the smiles on the seniors' faces, it was great. And unfortunately, with COVID, that kind of takes a little bit away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, one of the important parts of Christmas, of course, are the Christmas trees. And you've got something coming up here that's going to support the Christmas trees. So why don't we talk about that? What's happening with that? When is it happening? What's it all look like?
Well, we set up the trees this morning, so you can head on down to the Nanton Scout Hall and get yourself your Christmas trees. They range anywhere from $20 to $90. Starting this weekend, we're open from 11 to 4 Saturday and Sundays. Throughout the week, Monday to Thursday, it's by appointment only. And at the phone number 403-601-1204. And Fridays, there'll be somebody down at the lot from 2:30 to 4:30. So there's also bundles of firewood that you can get for $10 a bundle as well.
So is the sale of these Christmas trees, I'm just making an assumption here, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the sale of the Christmas trees, we bought a Christmas tree from you guys last year.
Yeah.
And the revenue that you bring in from this, how does that help the Scouts? Or does that just go to paying for the process, or is the money used in some other way that is beneficial?
No, all the money that we get from all the fundraisers that we end up doing end up going back towards Nanton Scouts for us to do different events. Like I said, unfortunately, this year it's been a little bit of a toss-up as what we can or can't do. Past events, like I said, we were planning on doing a sleepover with the Beavers at the Royal Tower Museum. We've done one where we did a couple of sleepovers at the Calgary Zoo, where the kids learned a lot about the different animals in and around the area.
Mm-hmm.
The Cubs have done some sailing out at Glenmore, some kayaking and that sort of stuff. So the money that we raise from all of our different events ends up going right back to Nanton Scouts and hopefully back to the community as well.
Cool. Okay. That's really good to know. I think that's very important to know, because we know people have a choice of where they want to get their Christmas trees from. And, this is something that, of course, we wanted to support last year because we had a feeling that the money was going to a good cause. So that's why we wanted to support you guys and what you were doing. So hopefully everybody else, knows now that, they can support you guys in this way by picking up a Christmas tree from your lot. Does it look like this now, or?
It should look something like that. Yeah. We just set up the fence this morning. They were putting the trees out, and we're going to be stringing some Christmas lights out and everything. And our volunteers are hopefully vigorously selling everything.
Okay, that's great.
And let me just note, I'm going to be there on December 6th, I think it is. So if you could sell all the trees before that day, I won't have to take my time out.
Well, I see you're growing a good mustache there. I think the last time we had you on the show, you didn't have that mustache. So I don't know you'd be able to compete with me, though. I mean, can you compete with me, really?
I could if I ever wanted to have
your wife hug you and kiss you
with my wife.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
She's not a fan. So
no, she's not a fan of that.
No.
Well, you're doing it for Movember, right? So
I am. Unfortunately, my brother was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He's going in this week to get his prostate removed, and so it's a simple test, guys. Go get a PSA test. It's just a stab in the arm. That's it.
I love getting stabbed in the arm. So yeah, it's
a good cause, though.
It's a good cause. Thing. Yeah, we got to take care of that kind of stuff. So thank you very much. Good luck with everything, and we'll let you go.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Everything you guys do.
Thanks, Peter. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
So I wanted to bring up. Somebody said for the Operation Gift Giving for Santa. What about the kids who don't live in town? Where can they drop off letters? I know that we talked about it. Do you remember what Elaine had said about dropping off? I think it's at
we're working on that. I don't want to make any promises right now, but we're working on the details for that, and that has come up in the conversations.
Yeah, we have thought about that. So we are going to have a drop off that they have to do it before noon on the Saturday, so it can get into the draw, and we can get that all worked out. So we'll have updates on that soon.
Yeah.
But thank you for that question.
Yeah, thanks for the question. And I saw that come in as well. I wanted to make sure that people understood and knew that was definitely in the works and being discussed. So, okay. So we had Peter on. We had Jennifer
game
on.
Time? Do we have a game player on yet?
We don't have a game player on, but we had our studio was full. So if anybody wants to try again to get on, it looks like we have one spot open here. If somebody wants to pop on and try to play the game, you know what? If not, then we'll just give the prizes away to people who've been commenting on the show today. That's not a problem. We should always have a backup. That will be our backup for today. So, but we do have a spot open in the studio. So if anybody sees the link there and you want to pop on and try playing our game, which I just basically made up. Look at this mystery door surprise. So you can play our game with us today and maybe win some prizes. And the prizes again were donated by Market on Main. So I want to thank them. And now we want to bring on our final guest today. So you know her well. I know her well. Everybody knows her well. I think by now they should know her well. Becky Scott. Yeah, I should have. I don't have the drum roll sound effect. I should have the drum roll sound effect.
Hi guys.
Where's the clapping? You had clapping before. There should always be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on.
What happened to that?
I'm glad to hear you're not crying. What was that all about?
Oh, it was a beautiful story.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
There, see, there's the clapping. There we go.
It was a lady who teaches sewing. A child had made a quilt for their dad, and it brought a tear to our eyes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So, hi Kim. That's my cousin in St. John, New Brunswick.
And I'm so glad the Scouts are doing trees.
Yeah. We got our tree from there last year, and it was great. It was fantastic.
I know. Totally, we love it. I'm so glad they're doing it again.
Yeah, and it's a good cause. Because I feel like there are opportunities to get trees in other places. And there's also, I recently was reading about a tree farm family, and their sales decrease every year after year because people go out and buy artificial trees. So you're helping, organizations, you're helping people who are doing this, for a living, and you're getting that beautiful, real Christmas. I love it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, me too.
So Becky, what's going
Yes.
on in your life? What's this all about? What's happening?
I won't get
Nanton
into a
Chamber
lot
of
of
Commerce is, you guys are busy right now.
Keep it to one topic, Becky.
Yeah, I'll try. It's really interesting because I actually feel like with COVID, we're actually doing more this year for Nanton Lights the Way and Christmas in the Foothills than we would have done in prior years when it was really just kind of one weekend. So we've got a bunch of things going on. Lorraine, who you talked about earlier, our fearless, fabulous photographer, has been out. She started during Small Business Week in October, profiling different businesses around town and taking great photos and giving descriptions of what businesses carry and posting it on all our social media sites. And so we got really good traction with that and positive response. So she's continued doing that throughout November, and we'll continue to do that through December. So any businesses that have specials going on, they're going to be open late. We're asking them to send us information or post it on the Nanton Lights the Way Facebook page. And we will help promote that. And of course, they can do it on their own sites as well. So we're really trying to get out and about in town and promote the businesses more and any specials that they've got. Because a lot of the stores they're either operating online in addition to in person, given COVID restrictions. But a lot of them are also going to be open late on different nights. So let us know and we'll help promote. And Lorraine's been promoting via our social media sites. Christmas in the Foothills, I know you already had Hugo on. He's talked about it. Nanton is part of a bigger marketing promotion of the entire Foothills region to try and get people to, come to Nanton, come to the other Foothills towns to shop. Because even with COVID, the stores are taking precautions and we've got lots of unique and cool things to be selling. So
I have a video. Speaking of Lorraine, I asked if we could play the
That'd be
video
great.
she made it because it's so good. So I'm going to play it now if that's okay, Dave.
No, hold on.
I've got more. I just thought I'd take your breath.
No, hold on. I have to ask Becky before we play that video. Becky, are you doing yoga?
I was doing yoga. I'm sitting. That's why I'm so zen-like this morning.
You look like you're on the floor right now.
I am on the floor because I was trying to find kind of half decent light in here, and I banished Leo upstairs. The cats aren't bugging me, so I thought this would work.
Well, you look more comfortable than any of us, so
I'm good.
I just wanted to confirm. That's all. That was the only thing I wanted to do before we played the video. So
I'm not in my office. It's nice.
Let's roll the video now. Let's roll that video.
All right, thanks.
Perfect.
Isn't that great?
That is great.
That was so nice.
What stood out the most for you, Amanda, in that video? Was there anything that stood out for you? I'm asking because there's something that stood out for me.
And I know what it is. I know yours is Andy at Sweet
It's
Queen.
Andy at Sweet Queen.
Because you were asking me if we could order pizza for dinner tonight.
As soon as I saw Andy there, I all of a sudden my stomach started to growl. I'm like, is it too early to order pizza? It's only just
Never
like
too
after
early.
breakfast.
Oh, look at this. Look at Leo
What's
says,
this?
I challenged Dave to Saturday morning yoga with me.
No, that's okay. You don't need to
We're a little
challenge me.
busy Saturday mornings, Leo,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if we weren't, he doesn't need to challenge me. I would just concede the victory to him.
oh, you
So,
are the winner.
yeah.
Yeah. Being a
Don't
show
worry,
off.
Leo. You win. That's okay. No competition needed.
Okay, back to business.
Okay, back to
Okay.
business. No more
So
fun.
there's more things happening. So we've got a fabulous bingo contest that's going to be happening. And I just saw the final bingo card this morning. Dana has been, I think she pulled an all-nighter last night putting that together.
Mhm.
She's part of the holiday committee for the chamber. And it's a bingo card full of activities that you go and do around Nanton.
Now hold
Some-
on a second, Becky. I'm going to interrupt because we have
Michael,
we
can we
have
put
a
the next
bingo
slide?
card there. Mike, we just need Michael to show us. So
Oh, you've got it up.
yeah,
Excellent.
we do have it actually. So Michael,
Yeah,
can
Amanda's on it.
you,
I didn't focus in on it too much just in case there are one or two more changes. But Michael, can you put the next slide on?
So we were this
Perfect.
obviously there we go. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff in there. And I think we get I'll let you talk, Becky. This is your thing.
No, it's okay. You're on the committee. Come on. No, it's going to be great. So people can pick up cards at Because I Said So or the Hive. And I'm not sure when they're going to be available. I'm assuming quite quick. Amanda, do you know?
I don't know. But I think we're gonna try and aim for early next week.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And the contest will run until the end of December 21st.
Yeah.
And it just looks super fun, gets people engaged in the community and supporting businesses, supporting not-for-profits. There's a whole range of things on the bingo card. So, and of course, there's going to be fantastic prizes for people to win. So that's another, that's something that sort of takes the place of the charm bracelet promotion that we normally do each year. And again, the great opportunity with COVID, I can't believe I'm saying that, is we're running things throughout the month. So stuff has been happening through November and will run throughout December. So I think that really helps the community with the good weather. There's no excuse for people not to be out and about supporting businesses.
Mm-hmm. And
I
so
think we're included on there, aren't we?
We are on there. Watch.
I think
you are.
Yeah.
We've got a square of our own, so
You do.
that's cool. That's
You're
awesome.
square.
This weekend was the traditional Nanton Lights the Way weekend with the Christmas market, but because of COVID restrictions, we canceled it. But what are you in the chamber doing? In lieu of that?
So right. So when the market got canceled, I was like, oh my God, what are these vendors going to do? Like really, they should be online, right? So I've actually built, this is for the chamber, on behalf of the chamber, an online Shopify store so that vendors can post their wares on the store. So I've got the store all set up. It's ready to go live. I'm just waiting for the vendors to send me photos, descriptions, their pricing, quantity of stuff that they're selling. And then as I start getting that in, then I will make it live, like hopefully before December 1st, and we'll run it right through the end of December. The only cost to vendors is the credit card fees that Shopify takes and a bit of their monthly fee, and that's it. We're putting all the work into that, and hopefully it will really open things up for the vendors to a bigger audience, and hopefully they'll do more sales through the month. And because it's Christmas, and to try and given shipping issues and to simplify, we'll have different pickups. So we'll have a few pickups in Nanton for customers and a few pickups in Calgary for people that don't want to, or can't do the drive to Nanton. So really looking forward to it. I got a good response from vendors. So just waiting to get their information, and then we'll put it up online. So I'll let you guys know, and we'll have it on social media and the chamber sites and stuff. So if anybody does want to join, you don't have to have been a vendor signed up for the community center. I'll try and get as many people on as I can. Just email me at info@nantonchamber.com, and I'll send out the details in a form, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's an awesome initiative that you took. And I know that there were some people asking, with the market being closed, can we move it to online? And you just jumped on it. And I think that was amazing. And that's what we need to do during these times, right? You got to.
Yeah. Try to make things work. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about adapting, right? And, not going, oh my God, we can't do what we used to do. It's like, okay, well, what other opportunities are there for us to be promoting businesses? So a couple other things that are happening, the Christmas light display contest, businesses and I think houses as well, that we'll be posting details on that. I don't know. Do you have any other information on that, Amanda?
Well, Michael, if you want to move one more slide, we have some pictures that Lorraine took of some of the Christmas light displays.
Yeah, and I saw the guys in town hanging up some of the displays. I think yesterday on my way into work, they were in the middle of the road doing things.
Yeah, so doing it on the lights that when you're driving southbound, right?
Yeah, and I just noticed the candy store put their lights up, so people are starting to. Yeah, there's some really nice stuff happening on Main Street and off Main Street.
Yeah, and the Leos. I think the Leos are going to be the ones who are going to judge it. So it's completely kind of the judging is out of our hands, and then we'll see. We're getting businesses to donate some prize packages for those. So and again, that was over a weekend that we were doing judging for that, but we're giving people more time to put up your lights, and a beautiful day like today would be a good time to put them up, right?
Yeah, the weekend will be great for that. And I also got word this morning that Remax is again having their gingerbread contest.
Oh, excellent.
So, it was super fun last year. I did a little one. I didn't win, but it was really fun. Leo enjoyed dismantling the gingerbread house and my cat. But anyhow, the details are going to be announced November 30th. So keep an eye out on social media for that. So that's Remax. Yeah.
Awesome. And Dave says I'm going to get pizza from Sweet Queen. See you, Becky. Oh, you left?
Oh,
great.
Nice.
Perfect.
Well, see you, Dave. Amanda, run the show. Come on.
I do anyway.
I know you do.
So we had a comment. Some businesses are promoting buying local by taking your receipt from one business to another to receive a discount. So I heard about this yesterday, actually.
Great.
And I know that Calamans Corner is involved with that. And I think Napa. I don't know the details of it. So if somebody does, maybe they can make a comment or let us know. But I think that's a really cool initiative as well. And I also know that the Nap shelter is going to have a tree up that you could possibly put a decoration on.
Oh, great. Yeah, you know what?
Things like that.
Yeah, it really seems like a lot of businesses are doing a lot more this year than I've seen in prior, the 3 prior years that we've been here, which is really great. And again, with the good weather, it's like I really encourage people to get out, walk around town or drive around town and maybe go to a business or a restaurant that you haven't been to before. Details are coming. And I would also encourage, it's not just about retail in the restaurants, but if there are home-based businesses that are trying to get the word out, you don't have to have a retail front. Send the chamber information, like if you've got a special, some discount or whatever to get the word out.
Yeah. And I mean, I know for some people it's overwhelming to start something like that, an online presence and store. And it's kind of like the Hive where we can just collaborate and put all the efforts together, so it's not as much stress.
Totally.
So, and the trees. So this was something I just heard of, was that the Anglican Church does a promotion where they provide the brick and mortar stores trees, and then they also have a group of kids, I think, that make the decorations for them. So if you're around town and you see those are purchased by donation, I believe, for the church. So that's another great thing.
Wow.
Thank you so much. So much.
Oh, another. Where's
Michael.
The pizza, Dave?
Yes,
Michael. It doesn't look like Becky and Amanda really need us. Do you want to head over to the auditorium and get a beer?
That's good.
Hey, I want to join you.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are busy, so you guys are busy doing a show.
Beer.
That should be a new tradition. Post-show beers.
Well, this is awesome. We are. I was going to pop in here. Don't worry, I ordered the pizza. It's all good now. So, I wanted to make sure that Suzanne Scott Thompson got her comment in here because yes, we want to thank Lorraine for everything that she does. So
She's been
She's
great.
taking amazing photos. She's been fantastic, and just
totally.
kind of like going around town and learning about what everyone's got. It really opened up my eyes. Well, with all her posts, what different businesses have available. So awesome.
Yeah.
And Pam is in agreement with me that Sweet Queen Pizza is a breakfast.
Of course it is.
It's a toss up between pizza and cheesecake, right, Pam?
Yeah. Well,
Ooh.
thinking about having Sweet Queen Pizza, that's making me cry at work. So we made Pam cry at work earlier, and now I'm crying at work because I want my Sweet Queen Pizza. Anyway, guys, is there anything else, Becky? Because if not, we are going to give a prize away. We haven't had anybody actually jump on for our contest. Why don't you play the contest, Becky? Let's
All right.
with you.
Sure, I will.
Let's have some fun with you. Okay, so hold on a second.
Hey.
Oh, we've got a couple comments. You take care of the comments there, Amanda.
Pam said first and second breakfast. Yeah.
First and second breakfast.
Pizza and cheesecake.
That's awesome. Okay. Okay, so let's play this game that I created called a mystery door surprise. So we gotta play the intro first, of course. Okay, so the way this is supposed to work, if I remember how the game's played.
I saw you play it with Hugo, so I know.
Did you? Okay, so I think these doors have something behind them. You're supposed to pick a door, and then we have to pick. And then you got to decide if you want to keep the prize that's behind the door, or if you want to try to attempt to go for something that's more valuable. If there is something more, there might not be. We might just have like a branch or something behind another door. So why don't you pick a door here? And we've got Michael and Amanda here that can help you out if you're having trouble picking doors, or anybody who's watching the show, they can choose a door too and help you out too. So what door do you want to start with?
No trouble. Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, so door number 3. So what we've got for door number 3, it's hard to see that this is a blanket. Do you see the picture there of the?
It's like a wolf.
I do.
Okay, so this is a beautiful blanket.
Oh, nice.
And it's got a specific value to it, which is $21.95. Again, I want to make sure that everybody knows that these prizes are being donated by Market on Main. So thank you very much for donating the prizes. And so let's go back there. Now, do you think that there might be another more valuable prize, or do you want to keep this one? You can keep this one and just win this. So,
oh my gosh, I really like it.
Yeah, you could keep that. There might be
really like it.
There might be something more valuable though behind one of the other doors.
Keep it.
I'm not a gambler. I'm gonna keep it, but will you still show me what's behind the other doors?
Yeah, I can show you what's behind the other doors. So behind door number 1. So you're gonna keep this. So congratulations, you won that. And we're also congratulations. You also are going to get the prize that we had from Jennifer. So Jennifer, let's just Jennifer. There's Jennifer there. So Jennifer, meet Becky.
Hi, Jennifer.
Becky, meet Jennifer.
Hi, Jen.
And, so you're going to get Jennifer's prize.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to Nanton.
Let's see what's behind all the doors here. So door number 1, we had a mix master.
Ooh.
And then my favorite actually behind door number 2 was a pig speaker. So you could have won a pig speaker.
Those are all high priced items, I think.
Yeah,
Those all look good. I'm happy with my choice, but those other ones were good too.
There you go. Okay. Well, thank you very much for playing along. I appreciate it. And you know what? We're going to thank everybody who watched and tuned in today. We appreciate that too. We want to make sure everybody understands and knows that we are. Thanks everyone. It's been fun. Thanks, Lorraine. We appreciate your help with this. We of course, Amanda and myself are we'll consider ourselves a local entertainment DJ company, and we can take care of any kind of entertainment needs that you guys need help with. So you can give us a call anytime. Contact us. I'm sure if you're on our Facebook page and you've been watching us, you know how to locate us and how to find us. So you can contact us anytime. Also, want to let any businesses know, and you guys too, Jennifer, Becky, Michael. You guys let businesses know if they want to come on the show and they want to have some fun for an hour on Saturday morning just to entertain Nanton and the community, as well as inform then thank you very much, Gary. We appreciate that. Then they are welcome on the show anytime. We'll bring them on here. So thanks everybody for joining us today. I don't think that's it. I think we can close this down. Amanda, I promised I would always ask you before we actually signed off. Was there anything I missed or anything you wanted to say?
No, I think we covered it. Oh, I think we covered it all. You removed us.
Did you? Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I apologize.
Just cut me off. That's fine.
Just another thank you to mark it on me.
Another great show. I thank everyone for coming on, and let us know if you hear of anything. We'll be promoting, and we're good.
Okay. Well, have a great day, and we'll see you guys next week on Good Morning Nanton Live.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.